My name is Shitanshu, and I'm a ceramic artist, and I'm practicing in ceramic from last 20 years, more than 20 years. And I got acquainted with the Newcastle University through Professor Andrew Burton. When I saw his works on internet and Google, and I was mesmerized with his process, his work, the quality, and the outlook of his work, which was quite related to my work as well. So I connected with Professor Burton, and he humbly accepted my proposal to come over to Newcastle University and work under him. When I speak about the technique process, the process which involves in clay building, that is very simple process which is called coiling. Majorly, my all the works are based on this coiling process. If you can see my work, it has layers and layers and layers in each section. And I also use sometimes different kinds of colored clays, not glazes, because I don't like glazes much in my works. I like to use a stoneware clay body, which is a medium, moderate temperature body. And sometimes I also use terracotta clay, but not much as I use stoneware clay. When a work demands a very smooth, very finished and glossy surface, then only I use some glazes, and mostly they are transparent glazes, not often like opaque and any colored glazes. And apart from these requirements, I often used colored clays. It will give a smooth sheen finish. So I never required glaze, and I never felt glaze as part of my work and my work process. I was born in a middle class family where I learned sustainability by default. We have very limited resources to procure clay and to procure glazes and to procure all other things. So we always try to save things, especially when we are building. There are some residual clays left over. Automatically, I have learned to save those leftover clays, and after that, I used to reclaim them and hydrating them, and after that, reusing them again in my next work. All my day-to-day work of a studio, it is all about saving things and keeping them for me to use as long as I can. For this sustainable clay exhibition, I am presenting my one of my work, which is from past to present. I'm trying to bring the old things into the modern times, because in the modern times all the older things are got vanished and they are now become the museum objects, and I have tried to bring all of them together to create a visual display, and to show the contradiction, how those things were like a part of everyone's life, and now they are become just a storage object rather than today's utility. I heard a lot of stories about the environmental issues, like many people used to say, you are firing your works in a wood kiln and you are burning a lot of woods in that kiln, and your carbon footprints are much more higher than anything else. But now, by the time today, I got interested to reduce my carbon footprints, and I got to know that, yeah, seriously, that was not a good practice. But though we were used to plant some more trees from our college days, so that people will say, oh, you are firing that much huge amount of woods. And I say, yeah, I am also planting so many woods for my future generation. But that doesn't relate to reduce the carbon footprints. But right now in our community studio, we have a large size electric kiln, which is quite a greener way to fire our works to reduce our carbon footprints and to help sustain our environment much more friendly way. To fire in a community firing, where a lot of more artists, like 4 or 5 artists, are firing their works together in a kiln. So I think we are sharing carbon footprints, how much we are generating the carbon in a wood kiln. So we are sharing in like 5 or 6 people rather than on my own head. So, and it is very lesser now. Mostly my firings are in green gas and green fuel.